Hi, everyone. It's great to see you. Kristen Orlando, one of the founders at DEXA Plus. Super happy that you could all join us today to learn about the science of PEMF. I know there's been a lot of information out there recently, and if you've been watching the news or watching any of the wellness, and we do the research, we look at all of it, and this is something that we felt was really important to get into the hands of not only the providers, but our end users and our clients who are looking for wellness and recovery tools to help them improve every day. You know, and so put together just a quick overview for all of you to learn a little bit more about the science and the history behind PEMF and how you can utilize that in helping your clients recover. If you're using it at home, how you can utilize it to help you recover, improve your wellness, longevity, and sleep. And so let's get started. I am sure that you guys are all excited about it, just as I am. And so I'm going to share my screen really quick with all of you, and we'll go from there. If you've got any questions, please feel free to reach out, throw the questions in the chat, and I will address them as quickly as I can. Appreciate that. And here we go. And I'm going to just minimize myself so I don't see myself talking. But PEMF is power of pulse electric magnetic frequency. And it's really important from the standpoint of understanding everything that goes on it. Pulse electromagnetic field therapy is just a non-invasive. It's not something that clients have to be injected with or anything like that. It's very similar to red light. They're laying on a mat or they're utilizing a targeted device to help them. It's really from the standpoint of going back to even red light therapy, it's stimulating that cellular repair, reducing inflammation, and restoring our cells to that optimal level, something that we love. And really, just to talk about it, touch briefly on it, there's a significant history and science behind PEMF. It started in the 1830s and it's moved forward, really, took hold in the 60s with NASA. And then in 79, which I think this is amazing, is the FDA approved PEMF technology for non-union bone fractures. That's significant. Now, some of the orthopedics in the space are probably familiar with it and utilizing it. But the same thing is, from an everyday standpoint, it really has taken off in terms of pain and inflammation and sleep. And really, again, it just seems like everything post-COVID, when people are really starting to look at and take care of their own health. And anything that they can do to extend those years in their life. So moving forward, how it works, it's really interesting. Again, it's from the standpoint of fixing that cellular level of your cells. And you can see here, it talks about what our typical normal healthy cell is and what a stressed or damaged cell looks like from a megavoltage standpoint. In PEMF, it just uses that natural grounding and it restores and recharges our cells on a daily basis. It helps at ATP production and it really starts at oxygenation and that nitric oxide pushing through, which is all so important for flushing out the inflammatory product and the lymphatic drainage. So, sorry, have a little issue talking today. But again, very important, really recognized by the FDA, which is, something that we all look for when we're doing it. So clinical applications where you could utilize this are for bone healing, and that's more in the orthopedic space. And we have devices here at DEXA Plus that can be for clinical use, but then we have at-home devices, and you're probably familiar with a mat. And so when I talk about at home, it's utilizing a mat, PEMF mat that you are using for red light recovery. If I'm talking about a clinical, it's a targeted device that you're putting on a joint or a bone with a much shorter, and we'll get into that just a little bit. But not only for bone healing, you're looking at it for pain and inflammation, your athletic recovery, and again, same thing as red light, delaying or decreasing the onset muscle soreness. There are studies out there for neurological support, definitely for sleep quality. I can tell you, I was exhausted one day last week and utilized the PEMF mat for about 90 minutes as recommended, laid on it, jumped up, and I was just dog tired, jumped up and felt like I could conquer the world. And that was at 9:30 at night. So I really truly believe in it. And I also think that from an immune support system, it's really helping. If you're not feeling well, it's definitely helps. So what they say from a bone growth protocol, and this is something that's FDA approved, you can see that it you have to use it 2 to 3 sessions. And again, that's a targeted area. That's helping fusions and all of that. But if you're looking to utilize it at home just for general recovery, you definitely don't need to do any of this. What we recommend here, and again, here's just a recovery if you're using a mat, 3 to 5 sessions a week, 20 to 30 minutes, and then post activity, and for 4 to 8 weeks, using it consistently if you have a tear or something going on from a general recovery. If you want to just use it for helping yourself feel better every day, we recommend continuing this all along. Now, if you're a high volume, elite, rapid turnover, maybe you're a professional athlete, we definitely recommend it daily or twice a day, 30 to 60 minutes laying on it, and then pre and post. Very similar to red light. You want to use it both times, both back and forth. Oh, and I see somebody jumped up here in the chat. So yes, you can purchase the mats and the devices through our company, and we'll get to that just a little bit later, and you can see that. But again, ongoing elite athletes, they use this on a daily basis so that they can make sure that they are performing at their best. And honestly, I think it's good to use it even if you want to just feel good in general. It just is another one of those things that it just is helping your mitochondria improve on a daily basis and pushing out, again, all of the bad things in your body. I like to pair it too with the vibration plate technology. I think that that's just an added benefit, and it's something that you definitely can help from a pushing the lymphatic drainage out. So healing and recovery, again, it's reducing that inflammation initially. It's then stimulating the repair. And then phase 3 is helping to restore the function in it. And we like to say every body is essentially a battery, and PEMF and red light, both of them are helping to recharge your batteries to help you live a longer, healthier life. Here's a little bit of the research and some of the things that you can see. And I'm going to share this with everyone at post webinar so that you can see it and you can look up actually these studies for yourself and the evidence. As I mentioned, there's over 2,000 technical studies for it, but these are just a few that we felt that were important for you to take a look at from a standpoint of what NASA did. Because again, if NASA is implementing this for the astronauts, why shouldn't we be using it for ourselves? NASA's astronauts are in the top level of health and wellness because they don't want to send them into space and not be able to take care of them. And so they've looked at everything. And really, again, I can't stress to you how important PEMF, red light, wellness and recovery, if you just want to live those extra long life and be able to do things on a daily basis, it's something you should implement. So again, people who can benefit from it, basically everyone. Athletes, active adults. I mean, I play pickleball several times a week, definitely utilizing PEMF. Again, I pair it with red light, but helps my recovery, helps reduce injury. And I think that it's definitely helping improve my game. Post-surgery, chronic pain sufferers, mental health wellness, which I love this. It helps support, again, circadian rhythms, all of that. It's supporting mood regulation. It's improving sleep quality. It's helping with your cognitive performance. And it's also helping for just, again, longevity enthusiasms. There are definitely some important safety notes. Obviously, avoid use with implanted devices. So if you have pacemaker, cochlear, if you have epilepsy, and it's not intended to diagnose or treat medical conditions. Remember, this is a wellness. Our mats are wellness. Now, our clinical aspect are for that, but we definitely want to make sure that you're, checking in if you are not a clinical. And so I broke down just the differences between the two so that you could take a look at them. I think it's very important to understand. Again, the mat is not FDA approved, but it does follow the same protocols for energy density. But it is not one of those things for bone healing. Our targeted devices are specifically for that. And so you want to look at, uh, again, what's most important and where your use is. And so, looking at that, if you're looking specifically for a targeted device, please feel free to reach out and we can answer any additional questions. But if you're looking for general recovery, wellness, and longevity, PEMF mat is an excellent, excellent thing. And again, if you want to experience it at home, I've included a QR code for our website where you can order it directly. But again, it's really important just to note that PEMF has so many benefits from a longevity and wellness and everything. And if you're looking for clinical use, again, it's proven for bone growth as long as you're following that and healing and recovery. I appreciate you all joining tonight. Couple of questions I see popping up. So yes, we have those on our website. The QR code can take you there. And so anyone who purchases a PEMF, again, we like to always add in a benefit. We can give a discount on our red light, and I'll share that with all of you through this. If you purchase from our website tonight, there'll be a 10% discount on the PEMF mat along with the red light. You can use the codes that will come in the webinar as well once it's emailed out to all of you. Really appreciate it. Hope you're all having a great day and a great night. We'll see you soon. Thank you.